Hi Virgo, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. I do hope you're doing well. I want to take a second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Virgo out there. So guys, just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Remember also that the energies can reverse. So if it's resonating for you, Virgo, get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that is not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Virgo? Virgo. All right, Virgo, you're starting out with Temperance in the reverse. You have the Six of Swords in the reverse, and you have Temptation. Now, in this deck, Temptation is the same as the Devil. So what I'm seeing here is that you're kind of emotionally a little bit up and down all over the place. There's some sort of chaos that you're involved in. You could be dealing with some toxic energy, or you could just be wanting to open a door that you have opened in the past, and it's caused you harm. It's hurt you. You're not past this situation. You haven't healed from this entirely, and yet you're tempted to reopen the door. And you know, I think at some point in our life, just about everybody is in that situation, but it's creating some internal chaos for you, and even some external for some of you. So I do feel like that's why your emotions are kind of up and down and a little bit all over the place. You're just being tempted to return to something that I do feel in the past has caused you harm. Let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Virgo's energy. Show me who is in Virgo's energy. You might be dealing with a Cancer sign. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Four of Swords, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Moon in the reverse. All right, so this person it looks like they're not currently talking with you. There's a sense of them being very silent. There's almost like this energy of them kind of like it's not really two faces. Let me, it's hard for me to put it into words. It's like there's a gentler part of this person that they keep hidden. So when they do speak, or when they have spoken in the past, it could have been some sharp words that they now regret. So I do feel that this person is currently not in communication. There's some silence here. This person could be a little bit codependent on your energy as well. They've definitely felt a deep sense of loss. They're viewing you as a gift that they have lost, basically. A gift from Spirit that they mishandled and lost, and probably through their words. They're having this realization. This person is having dreams about you as well that they're finding very unsettling. And I'm also seeing that this person, they may want to reveal their feelings to you, but let's look deeper, because right now I don't see you talking. Show me the energy between Virgo and this person. All right, so we have the Mentor in the reverse. All right, so the Mentor in the reverse, this is the High Priest. So I feel like you were in some kind of a relationship with this person. It has now ended. You're still trying to heal from this, and they're having all these regrets and sitting in silence. Let me see, show me, Spirit, what's affecting this connection. This could have been a sudden change. Ooh, what's affecting this is the Eight of Swords. So I feel like, again, I feel like this person spoke in a way that was very harmful, but there is somebody in their energy here, Virgo, that is toxic. Somebody that, you know, is just saying the most toxic things to them about you. And that may have been what brought about this ending here. Oh, wow. And this person, so I feel like whatever was said, you haven't gotten past it. But it was an outside party, it looks like, that brought in all of this chaos. And you've never gotten past what this person has said. It's like this person listened to someone else, and what they came up with was shocking. Let me see. And so I will tell you that this person is thinking about you, but you're thinking about what this person said as well. Yeah, I feel like they're realizing anyway that they took a misstep here. Show me the outcome. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. It's an unbalanced situation. You may be viewing this person as being somebody as selfish. They listen to somebody, possibly some rumors or some things that were untrue, but they were listening to someone else over you. And, you know, this is what has created the imbalance. Now, this person is realizing it, and they're realizing just how unbalanced this situation was. You may have been giving more to this person than they were giving to you. So in the outcome, it still remains unbalanced, but we'll clarify that. Now, the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords. You might be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm seeing Pisces energy here as well. With the Queen of Swords as an underlying energy, I do feel like there were sharp words that were said. I also feel like, you know, in the center of your reading, you have this very toxic person that affected this connection. And I'm also seeing, though, that your boundaries are really high. I feel like you're open to talking to this person. You're open to listening to what they have to say. However, you will rely on your higher power. You're no longer relying on this person. And I do feel like they're coming to terms with the fact, A, that your boundaries are very high, that you're defensive because of what was said in the past. And it does tell me that they do want to communicate with you. So let's clarify this reading. Spirit, why is Temperance in the reverse for Virgo? Why is Temperance in the reverse for Virgo? All right, so you have the Queen of Swords. There it is. That's your underlying energy. So your energy, Virgo, is you know, affecting this connection deeply, deeply. And like I said, you're open to hearing them out. You're open to listening to what they have to say, but you're very unhappy with them. The Sun in reverse and the Three of Swords reversed. There could have even been some third-party energy. So you're open to listening to them, but you're not going to place whatever they have to say over your own healing, because this person has just created chaos in your life. You don't know what it is that they're thinking, what's going on with them right now, because they are being very silent, but you're not having any third-party energy. And keep in mind that whoever this was that was doing this talking behind your back, that would be considered third party, whether it was sexual or not. They took someone else's word over yours, it looks like. So I do feel like you're quite unhappy with this person. And I do feel like you're just trying to get your feelings and emotions under control. Make sure that you are, you know, have good boundaries in place. But I do feel like you are open to hearing them out. Let me see these Six of Swords in the reverse. You're having a difficult time moving on from this person, and in particular moving on from whatever it was that was said. Yeah, Five of Swords reversed and the Five of Wands reversed. You may be avoiding conflict with this person or conflict with this outside party who spoke so venomously about you. I do feel like you don't want to deal with narcissistic behavior. You don't want to deal with somebody who fights unfairly or manipulates. And you don't want to deal with any third-party energy in any capacity, whether it's sexual or whether it's just, you know, someone else who is affecting the connection. So I feel like with what took place here, I feel like you have every right to that. So you may be avoiding any kind of conflict with this person. Would you like to resolve the conflict? I feel like you would. So let me see temptation. And this is where we see you contemplating reopening a door that has been closed. I feel like it just hasn't set well with you, you know? Okay, so we have the Tower in reverse, the Nine of Wands in reverse, Four of Wands reversed, and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, so you're trying to move forward. You're looking at this and you're saying, I would like to work things out. I would like to, you know, rebuild this on a better foundation. However, I can't trust this person because of the things that were said, because of the things that were done. And I feel like this silence has gone on for far too long as well. And you feel like there's no stability within this connection. So I do feel that while a part of you has not moved on from them, there's another part of you that's saying, if this is the way it's going to be, then I am going to move on. So you are slowly moving out of this chaos. It's a process, and I can see where it's been difficult to do so, but I do see you slowly moving forward because your stability, your emotional, you know, health is more important to you than dealing with somebody who's going to bring in this venomous third party. So let me see the Four of Swords. Now, this could be anybody. This could be like a friend. It could be a family member, you know. But whoever it is, they were listening to this person, and I feel like it shocked the heck out of you that they would. Let me see their energy. Show me the Four of Swords. Show me the Four of Swords. All right, we have the Ten of Swords reversed. No, in the upright, I'm sorry. And the Page of Pentacles reversed. So yeah, I don't know if this person who interfered in this connection, I don't know if they told this person something that was absolutely untrue. Whatever it was shocking to you, because here's the thing is that this person is maintaining the energy that they have been betrayed, that they have been hurt, that this was a painful and inevitable ending because of, you know, things that you did. And I'm not seeing that you did anything. And there's definitely somebody in their ear. I also feel like this person, if they did move towards anybody new, that has not worked out. It's just mostly that this person's not really offering anything at this time. They're not opening up. They're not talking. They don't really know what's going on with you. You don't really know what's going on with them, but they are maintaining almost a victim stance, and that they have to heal from the betrayal that you did to them. Show me the Nine of Pentacles reversed. All right, we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed, and we have the King of Wands. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. This person hasn't moved on either. They've got stuck energy that is related to what took place between the two of you. And I do feel like they are still in contact with whoever this third party, this venomous individual is. I also feel like this person is still attracted to you. They still think about you for sure, far more than they would like to. And they have all these little voices in their head telling them that, you know, that they screwed up here. That's what these little voices are telling them. So they have all these doubts within their mind because this was an unwanted change for them as well. And they're missing you. They are definitely missing you. Now, this person that you're dealing with here is an attractive individual. They're very charismatic. I do feel like people are drawn to them and attracted to them. And I do feel like they are used to kind of running the show here. They use their charisma to move things in their world. They could also be having some financial issues that they don't really want you to know about too. Let me look at the Moon in reverse. Yeah, emotionally, they have not moved on from you. They're contemplating, you know, what they should do. Should they move towards you? What should they do? All right, so we have the Six of Wands. We have the Two of Wands in the reverse. All right, so this person is having this realization that they did not provide a balanced give and take in this connection. And pretty much this is somebody who, if things don't work out the way they want them to, they go in another direction, which is why you're kind of viewing them as being slightly narcissistic. I don't know if they are or not. I'm just saying that they like to be on top. They like to be the one who calls the shots. They like to be the one to feel successful in a connection. And if they don't, then they opt to go in another direction. I also feel like this person is looking at you, Virgo, and they're saying, oh, well, Virgo has moved in another direction. Virgo made a decision to go elsewhere and, you know, is being very successful in doing that. So they're viewing you as being successful elsewhere. With the moon here in reverse, I feel like this person maybe even went through some depression as well. Yeah, they're realizing too that this connection could have worked out really nicely, except for the decisions that they made. And that's a hard one for them to sit with. And that's not something they're ever going to want to admit to you. Let me see, show me the mentor in reverse. Show me the mentor in reverse. I feel like this was a very huge change that occurred. I can't stop getting like an outpouring of emotion. So when this ended, it was pretty emotional for both of you. But I feel like this was an unwanted change for both of you. Oh, you felt they were being deceptive. Seven of Swords reverse. This is why you don't trust them. And the Knight of Wands. You're viewing this person as being a player. So they could have been very inconsistent in the way that they approached you. They could have been in and out of this connection. I'm almost getting this 1 foot in, 1 foot out type of energy. And they could have also used like their words, because you're viewing them as being emotionally manipulative. They could have withdrawn their communication in order to try to get what it is that they want. So I do feel like between the two of you, there was definitely some communication here. I feel like this person was very impulsive. They listened to somebody from the outside. You saw deception here. You feel that they're a player. And I feel like that's why your boundaries are so high. Let me see this Eight of Swords. I'm very curious about this party who interfered. Show me this Eight of Swords. Ooh, you're done with that. You're not having it. Temperance in reverse. That was your first card out. And the World. Yeah, you're not having it. You're not going to argue. You don't want to hear about this person or any of the venomous things that they've had to say. You don't want to deal with any of it. Your energy, Virgo, is saying, I'm done. It's over. You know, as long as you keep this person in your life, as long as you keep this person in your ear, I'm not dealing with that. Yeah. So in their energy, they're very well aware where things went wrong between the two of you was this person. I don't know who this was. You will know, whoever comes to mind. But they definitely had somebody in their ear. And that's what caused things to take a downturn. Yeah. So now they're experiencing their emotions being up and down. They're experiencing thinking about you, feeling the loss of you, not quite able to move on. Whereas you're coming out of that energy and you're starting to move forward. Now they're looking back and they're realizing, you know, that they made a huge mistake. So let me see the Six of Pentacles reversed. Show me the Six of Pentacles reversed. You might be dealing with a Sagittarius. I think I said that already. Show me the Six of Pentacles reversed, please. There it is. Okay. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Strength card. Strong Leo energy. And we have the Seven of Cups reversed. This person's run out of options and they know it. All right, so I do feel like there's still strong feelings that are here on both sides. There's definitely strong feelings, but I feel like, Virgo, you feel that you and this person you could have really made this work if they had been a little bit more mature and not played the mind games, not allowed someone else to interfere in the connection. But they did. So I feel like you're working on yourself. You've got a glow up going on too. And you're equally, if not more, charismatic than this person. I feel like they're very focused on you, but you're focusing now on new opportunities here. You're rebuilding yourself because you can't trust that this person is going to come towards you with any sort of stability. And you're aware that whoever this toxic person is that was outside of this connection, they're still in play. They're still present. And that is going to prevent any kind of healing. So you're acknowledging that if you can't heal this connection, then you need to heal yourself. And I do like that you have this glow up going on. I do feel like this was a very passionate connection, but you just don't feel like you can trust them. So you're working on you. You're recognizing that this is an unbalanced situation. You would have worked it out, but this person is still maintaining toxic behavior, so that's why you can't trust it. And you're working on you. And you are moving forward. This person is now in the position where you were earlier. They're realizing the toxic energy that's here, but I don't see them actually doing anything about it. So they've run out of options. And the clarity, they were confused. Whoever this person was put a lot of confusion into the situation. And I do feel like now they have the clarity. So they know what it would take to have success in this situation. But it looks like they're unwilling to do that. They're unwilling to do the thing that would bring success. And that looks like it would be getting this person out of their energy, doing a lot of healing, working on themselves, making better choices, and bringing something to the table, an equal give and take. And I don't see them willing to do that. So I think you're going to be moving on. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands. So that's actually really good. It means that you have good news coming in. And this is new energy as well, something you're going to feel passionate about. It could be a person or it could be a new situation, but it is definitely happening because you put up those strong boundaries. So that's actually very positive. Let's see what the oracles have to say. I'm pulling for Virgo. Pulling for Virgo. Oh, look at that, Virgo. It's number 14 and it's called soulmate. So you either have in your energy now a soulmate that has stepped forward, or you will. There's changes that are occurring that condenses to a 5, and 5s are generally about change. So let's read that. Open your heart and invite sacred love. Your soulmate is not far from you. To connect with them, you need to open your heart, call them in, and have patience. If you're not ready to accept your soulmate, keep working on self-love. You will be drawn to your soulmate like a magnet and feel an immense sense of familiarity, like you've known them before. Your capacity to love will increase dramatically, and you will experience higher states of consciousness. No one can touch your heart in the same way that a soulmate can. It is important to note that your soulmate will not necessarily be your partner. He or she may come in a completely different form than you've imagined, but they will offer you incredible wisdom, growth, and expansion. Be aware that we connect with our soulmates when we are truly ready to evolve and move to the next level of consciousness and life experience. We attract them into our lives when we need to open our hearts fully and learn about unconditional love. I love that for you. That's that new person that is coming in. And it's because you have raised your standards. It's because you have these boundaries. So this is beautiful energy. I can see you've gone through a lot, but you're moving out of that. And that soulmate is on the brink. So some of you may have already met them. Anyway, I hope that this has been helpful. If you have resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Also, hype the video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you in your next reading, Virgo, know that you are loved, and namaste.